Hello, sweet friends. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I am thrilled to be recording this particular class for you today. I absolutely love it. I've been teaching it all week, and I've gotten really great feedback on it, so I couldn't wait to have time to record it just for you. So you won't need a block or anything. Always bring your trusty blanket. You can see mine right back there. So I thought, since I'm going to begin putting a little pause right in between when I welcome you and when we actually begin our practice, then I thought I could come a little bit closer so you could see me up close. It could frighten you though. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't. But anyway, I want to welcome you. And if you're not following me on social media, please consider doing that. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Earthkeeper Yoga, and my website is Earthkeeper Yoga as well. I have great things going on around the Birmingham community that I'd love for you to be a part of if you're around. And if you happen to be like a friend of mine who lives in Canada, you can log into some of the online classes that I'll offer each week as well. Or you can just keep coming right here whenever your schedule allows. So get what you need, which is just the blanket, and I'll meet you on the mat. All right, sweet friends, let's start in a comfortable seat. And before we do anything else, I invite you to go ahead and close your eyes or have a soft gaze towards the floor. We're not going to worry about posture or breath or anything here as we begin. I just want you to take the next couple of breaths here just to check in with yourself as you are in this moment. A friend the other day described what she was feeling as almost like a reverberating energy moving through her body, that it just felt really big. And so just see what's going on within you. That can be mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, however that connects, however it lands for you. No judgment, just awareness. Go ahead and press your tailbone into either the blanket or the mat, however you're set up here. Reach the crown of your head up towards the sky, and then let those shoulders relax. You can just keep the palms in your lap. And then start that body scan from the soles of the feet up to the crown of your head. See if you notice any places of comfort or ease, tension, whatever's there in your physical body. Just note it. Maybe you could relax the legs just a bit more. So from here, go ahead and bring some awareness to your breath. Just notice where it's showing up in your body. Sometimes when we're anxious, it shows up. Just the breath stays right up in the heart area, and it feels really constricted. So just see what's there. Again, no judgment, just awareness. For the next few breath cycles, I'm going to let you lead yourself in this way, but I invite you to incorporate a count of your inhales and your exhales. So maybe as you breathe in, you could count up mentally to 4. And then as you exhale, count backwards, 4, 3, 2, 1. pressing that breath all the way out. We're just trying to balance the inhales and the exhales here. So begin when you're ready. And keep going 2 more rounds. And let that last exhale go all the way. And then we're going to keep the spine long, but we're going to bring the chin down towards the chest. And then take the fingertips. Let them be on either side of your hips. Relax the shoulders. Keep a long spine. And take 2 breaths here, maintaining that 4 in, 4 out count. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, reach the arms and the gaze up over the head. Let the shoulders relax down. Take a fresh inhale. Let this right palm come outside of your right hip and bend the right elbow in towards center. Now use a fresh inhale to reach these left fingertips over, but also noting that we're cold in our bodies here. Now we can be really fluid. We don't have to stay static. So maybe an inhale presses into the hand and then an exhale to sink a little bit deeper. Keeping awareness of that edge. You don't want to go too far. And give yourself 1 more full breath. Inhale, press into that right hand, bring that right arm up above you, and exhale to release the shoulders. Check in with the spine, make sure it's nice and long, and see even if you could keep that tailbone from curling out just a little bit by pressing it into the mat. Inhale here, and then exhale to bring the left hand down. Go ahead and bend that elbow, reach those fingertips over, and see if you want to flow or stay static. Notice any tension in the upper back and in the jaw that may show up here. Stay soft where you can. And 2 more. Inhale. And then exhale to bring both arms above your head. Fresh breath. And then exhale to let those palms come back down near the hips. Bring the chin back down towards your chest. Give yourself a breath here. Beautiful. Take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze back up towards the sky. And then bring those palms together down in front of the heart. Keep the face forward. Give yourself a breath. Notice how you're feeling in your physical body and your emotional body right here, right now. You can go ahead and release the hands, and we're going to make our way into table. So you could put that blanket under the knees to give you just a little more cushion if you so choose. So as we come into this table, think about pressing the tailbone back, reaching the crown of the head forward. And then I want to see if we can maintain that 4 count in and 4 count out as we move through cat-cow. So here we go. Use your breath. Inhale. Nice and slow exhale, 4 count. And give yourself 4 or 5 more rounds, just like that. And after this last round, let's meet in child's pose. So as you let the torso roll over the thighs, let the shoulders rest down towards the mat. If a wide-legged child's pose would serve your body better, then just let the knees go towards the outside edges of your mat. Send that breath into the upper back body. Let's inhale through table and exhale into our first down dog. So you have choices here, once again, to stay static. In other words, just maintaining the posture, not moving. Or you can make it a little bit more dynamic and pedal through the feet. Connecting breath to movement. And give yourself 2 more breaths. Let's take a slow walk up to the top of the mat, and we'll meet together in a forward fold. There's a big bend in the knees here to begin. Head hangs heavy towards the earth. Let's take an inhale halfway, finding a long spine. Exhale, slow release back down towards your mat. Inhale down low. And then give yourself a slow exhale, rising into mountain. So the shoulder blades will come together, palms face forward. Soften through the knees, lengthen through the spine. Give yourself a breath or 2 right here. Let's inhale to reach the arms and the gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale to let the shoulders relax down the back. We'll take a fresh inhale here. And then exhale to open the arms over to the right. So we're going to keep the hips forward. Inhaling through center. And then exhale over to the left. moving with your breath, staying with that 4 counts. We've got one more round either side. We'll inhale those arms up over the head and then give ourselves an exhale to forward fold. Relax the head and the neck. Go ahead and step it back into your down dog. And give it one more breath. Take an inhale and make your way into plank or kneeling plank. We'll keep the booty down, strong through the arms. Inhale. And then exhale to lower all the way down to the mat with control. Keep those palms under the shoulders. Let the tops of the feet come to the mat. Relax and release through the low back body. I'll take an inhale, reach the crown of the head so that you can look forward, feeling the breath in the belly as you inhale and exhale. Noticing if you've started to squeeze the glutes, release there if you can. You can lower the head, press into the hands, and we'll make our way through table and back into down dog. Take an inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. And hold it there one more breath. There's a great stretch through the right hamstring. Go ahead and bring knee towards your nose and step that left foot through. Bring the right heel in towards center. We're setting up for warrior 2. So go ahead and rise up with your breath and use the exhale to settle into warrior 2. So in this warrior 2, let's pay attention to this back leg. If you feel like the hips are going towards the front of your mat, open. Warrior 2 is a hip opener. So the hips are nice and open in line with the shoulders. And then you just send the arms into a T, gaze over the middle finger of the front hand. Take an inhale and bring this left elbow down to the left knee. Stay strong through that upper arm. Fresh breath, and then exhale to bring these fingertips over to the left. Gaze can be up towards the sky or just to the side. And one more breath. Go ahead and lower your hands on either side of that left foot and bring this right foot to the ball of the right foot. And then sink deeper through the hips, lengthen through the crown of the head. Lower the right knee, right top of the foot down to the mat. And then we're going to use our hands to walk ourselves back, sending the hips back, coming onto the heel of that left foot. Find length through the spine here. So long spine, inhale, and then find any forward fold that you may want, keeping that low back nice and straight if you can. Using that 4-part inhale and exhale. Not going past any edge to where you feel like you're in pain. Go ahead and walk your hands forward. Bring that left foot all the way back to the mat. And then let the hips sink forward, getting a stretch through that right groin, keeping the spine long. Notice if you're clenching your teeth. One more breath. Go ahead and bring your palms to the mat. We can curl right toes and lift those hips, making our way back into down dog. If that doesn't work for your body, just meet me in down dog in a way that does. Let's take an inhale. Lift the right leg up. It's 2 breaths. Inhale. Bring your knee towards your nose. Step that right foot through. And then bring that left heel in towards center. Go ahead and inhale fresh. And then rise up, finding your warrior 2. So hips open, just like the other side. Go ahead and bring that right elbow down to that right knee, strong through the upper body. Fresh inhale with the left arm behind you, and then an exhale to reach it over, lengthening through that left side body. Let's bring the hands down on either side of that right foot. Spin onto the ball of that left foot. Find your low lunge. Lower that left knee, left top of the foot down. And we'll start to walk those hands back as the hips go back. Finding the heel of that right foot. Find a long spine. Use a fresh breath. And then exhale to fold forward. Last one. Walk your hands forward, bring weight back to that right foot, and then lunging forward over this right knee, feeling that stretch through the left groin. This time, press into the right foot, send the hips back, let the right knee come back to meet the left. And then keep the hands forward so they're not right under your shoulders. Take an inhale, let the hips start to roll forward. You might have to reset your hands and make your way into up dog this way. Release the hips. Knees come to the mat, hips go back, compensating with child's pose. It's actually not compensating, it's a counter pose. So give yourself 2 more breaths right there. Inhale, move through table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. This time you have 4 breaths. Maybe bend the knee, open the hip, circle the ankle. And straighten the left leg. Fresh inhale, bring that knee up towards that nose, step the foot forward. And then the right heel comes back in towards center. We're going to move right back into warrior 2. So use a fresh breath and make your way right back in to your warrior 2. All right, we're going to take these right fingertips and send them back just a little bit so this right hand can come down to the right thigh. Awareness back to this left palm. Go ahead and take an inhale, turn the palm up, and then use the exhale to reach the left fingertips over to the right for reverse warrior. Inhale back into your warrior 2. Straighten through that left leg, and then send the left fingertips forward and down, finding your triangle. So check the upper body. See if the chest is trying to point towards the floor. Send the shoulders back just a little bit so you can line up more in line with the hips. Bend that left knee. We'll move both hands on either side of the left foot. Spinning onto the ball of the right foot, we'll meet back in down dog. Take an inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. 4 breaths. Head hangs heavy. Straighten the leg, use a fresh breath to step that right foot through. Left heel in towards center. Use an inhale, press into that right foot. Make your way back in to warrior 2. Inhale, bring the left fingertips back and then let them reach down for that left leg. Right palm turns up, inhale, and then exhale to reach these left or right fingertips over to the left. Reverse warrior. Inhale back to warrior 2. Straighten through that right leg. Inhale the fingertips forward and then down, finding your triangle. And again, think about the upper body being in line with the lower body through the hips. To keep everything nice and open, your hand could be anywhere on your leg to give yourself a little bit more opening. And the knees are soft here, they're not locked. Last breath. Go ahead and lower down. Hands on either side of the right foot. Spinning on the ball of the left foot. Meet me back in down dog. Let's move into plank. Give it a full 4-count breath cycle. Inhale. Now move into your cobra or chaturanga into up dog. Your choice. Release the hips, release the glutes wherever you end up. Lower the knees, send the hips back. Child's pose. Release where you can. You have 3 breaths. Let's inhale through table. Exhale, down dog. And give it one more breath. Let's walk hands and feet towards one another to meet in the middle of your mat in a forward fold. Let's take an inhale, halfway, long spine. Exhale, slow release back down towards the earth. Inhale, down low. And then exhale, slow rise, coming up to meet in your mountain. So lengthening through the spine, palms forward, shoulder blades together, knees soft, connected to the mat. Give yourself 2 breaths right here. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale to bring the palms in front of the heart. So right here, check in with that energy moving through your body. Just note it. Find some awareness of it. Beautiful. So we're going to turn to either side. I can cue you through this even if you can't really see me. Don't feel like you've got to watch me if you have to turn to the long edge of your mat. We're just going to bring the legs nice and wide. We've still got the hands at the heart. And before we do anything else, I want you to think about your connection from the feet up to your hips. So just that connection of you're feeling grounded through the feet, the knees aren't locked, and you've got a little engagement through the center of your body. Take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. And then give yourself a forward fold from here, releasing fully for 3 breaths. Trying not to lock the knees, finding the softness where you can. Bend your knees, take an inhale. And then exhale, slow rise. We'll meet in mountain just with wide legs. So the palms come near the hips. There's length through the spine up to the crown of the head. So keep the hands just like they are. We're going to spin on the balls of both feet so that we can bring the heels in. We're setting up for goddess, but we're going to do it in 2 steps. So first, go ahead and send the knees out towards the toes. And then you're going to tuck the tailbone in so that the pelvis is more in line with the shoulders. Take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. And then pretend as almost you're pulling a bar to bring your arms into goddess arms, goalpost arms. Hold here, fully engaged, 4 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, straighten through the legs. Bring the feet towards the long edge of the mat. Inhale to reach the arms up over the head. And then exhale back into a forward fold. Release the head. One more breath. Soften through your knees. Take an inhale. And exhale, give yourself a slow rise back up. We'll meet in that mountain just with wide legs. Beautiful. Inhale to reach the arms and the gaze up. Palms come down in front of the heart. Check in with yourself right here. And see if some of that energy settled just a little bit. Shimmy those feet back together and let's face back towards the top of the mat, but in the center. Take an inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. Exhale, forward fold. So walk hands forward, feet back, finding your down dog. Move from down dog into your plank. Strong through the arms, shoulders over wrists, booty down. So on your next inhale, make a choice about cobra or up dog. Releasing through the hips. Knees come to the mat, hips go back. Here's your child's pose. 3 breaths just for you. Release where you can. And then we're going to inhale back into table. So once you get in table, take an inhale, send that right leg long behind you, and then exhale that right foot outside of the right hand. We're setting up for lizard. So we've got this left foot on the top of the mat. We're just going to shimmy this right foot out just a little bit. Let that right heel fall out, or the right side of the foot go to the outside, and then see if you kind of send that left leg back just a little bit. If you start to feel a stretch through the inside of the right groin, you can stay here on hands, or you can make your way down to elbows. So find your edge, don't cross it. We're not trying to hurt ourselves here. And as you breathe in and out, notice if there's tension in the back of the neck and the shoulders. See if you can release there by sending your breath and awareness to those places. One more breath. Beautiful. Come back to palms if you're on elbows. And then shimmy that whole right foot back to the mat. We'll send the hips back. Let the right knee come back to meet the left. Reset those palms under the shoulders. And then we'll inhale the left leg back. Bringing it up outside, that left foot outside of that left hand. And then shimmy this right leg back until you find your spot where you can release the hips. We've been preparing for it all class. All right, make a decision here to shimmy that foot out. Let the knee fall out to the left a bit, left side of the foot. And then you can decide about palms or elbows. Long spine, soft jaw. Last breath. If you're on elbows, come back to palms, reset that foot back on the mat, and then send the hips back, making your way back into table. And once you get into your table, we're just going to shimmy those feet to one side so that we can come down to a seat. And once you get into that seat, you're going to have the legs extended long towards the top of your mat. So we're going to work in two sections, just like we've done in a couple of other postures today. So before we worry about the upper body, go ahead and flex your feet, press your tailbone into the mat, and lengthen through the spine. Bring the fingertips down on either side of the hips. So keep everything engaged, lower body. Here we go. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, settle the shoulders. Hold here. Everything again is engaged. Let's hold it for 4 breaths. 4 counts each. Inhale. And exhale, lower everything, let everything relax. Those palms come near the hips. Go ahead and just send your knees up towards the sky as you make your way down onto your back. And once you get down onto your back, I'm going to give you 2 or 3 breaths here just to check in again with yourself. Find the comfort, find the ease. Beautiful. We're going to move into bridge. So bring those palms down on either side of your hips, face down, and your knees are right over your heels. Take an inhale, and then exhale, lift the pelvis up. You can stay right here. If you want a little bit more, you can clasp those hands, tuck the shoulders under, and lift up just a little bit higher. Let's hold this 4 breaths. Notice how the breath is now in your belly. Release the hands, release the shoulders, fresh breath. And then a slow exhale, letting the spine come down vertebra by vertebra, releasing fully into the mat. 2 breaths. Notice how the energy feels in your body now. Take an inhale, reach this right leg up towards the sky. And then you're going to bend the right knee out to the right and let that right top of the foot come on top of the left knee. Let that right knee open. This may be all you'd like today. If you want more, gently bring this left knee up towards your chest to deepen that stretch to the right hip. The further the knee comes in, the deeper the stretch. You can interlace your fingers behind that left leg. Stay relaxed where you can. And give it 2 more breaths. Release your hands from that left thigh. Let that left foot make its way back down towards the mat. And when it gets there, release this right leg back up towards the sky. And then bend that right knee, right sole of the foot comes back to the mat. And settle in, just 1 breath. All right. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the left knee, let the left ankle come on top of the right knee. Stay here if that feels good. If you want a little bit more, bring that right knee up towards your chest. And as you find your edge, you can interlace those fingers behind the right thigh. Find the ease. Two more breaths. Release the fingers from around the leg and slowly lower that right leg back down towards the mat. Inhale to lift the left leg up towards the sky. And then exhale to lower it down. So here's your opportunity to add in a happy baby. That's peace fingers around big toes, knees out to the side with a little side to side sway. Or you could just keep the knees up close to the chest. Bring your hands around right at the bottom of your kneecap and circle with the knees towards the chest and then away. Massaging the low back. Just being mindful of what your body is asking for right here. Give yourself just a couple more breaths right there. And then take the next 6 or 7 breaths to give yourself whatever I didn't offer that you feel like your body is asking for. Maybe it's shoulder stand. Maybe it's more of a reclined pigeon. The choices are endless. And as you start to make your way into whatever Shavasana will look like for you today, I invite you to give yourself one more round of that 4 count in and 4 count out with the breath. And rest. You can slowly start to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. Invite more movement into your wrists and your ankles. Reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a full body stretch. Point the toes, reach the fingertips. You can make your way onto one side or the other. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug, honoring the work that you've done for yourself today. Then as you're ready, you can slowly make your way back up into a comfortable seat, and we'll meet together with our hands at our hearts. Our quote today is from Gandhi. It says, "The future depends on what you do today." And today, I wish you peace and kindness. Gratitude for practicing with me. Namaste.